Up next on UBC, brought to you by
Airtel. Download Airtel TV to watch and support Ugandan talent on The Voice Africa every Sunday at 8 p.m.
Hello and welcome to News Tonight. I am Rhoda Ngonzi. Let's take a look at the top stories. Keith Muhakanizi laid to rest at his home in Lyantonde. First Lady commends Algeria for scholarship program. While Nakaseke residents decry the poor state of roads. And sportswomen physiotherapists passed out. Hello once again. The late former Permanent Secretary Office of the Prime Minister Keith Muhakanizi has been laid to rest at his home in Ramayongo, the Lyantonde district. The funeral service was attended by, among others, the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robin Nabbanja, Deputy Speaker of Parliament, family and friends.
This Sunday, mourners gathered at the residence of the late Keith Muhakanizi at Ramayongo in Lyantonde district to celebrate the life of a distinguished economist who died at the age of 64 years at a hospital in Milan a week ago. Uganda police pallbearers delivered the caskets bearing the remains of the former Permanent Secretary, Office of the Prime Minister, Keith Muhakanizi. The funeral service was led by West Uganda Diocese. The Bishop of North Chikezi Diocese, Right Reverend Onesimo Sasimwe, was the day's preacher.
Looking at the biography of Keith and hearing all the tributes that have been following, this was a statesman par excellence, a senior economist, and this kind of grief, given his training, his skills, his experience and expertise, this kind of grief is hard to raise.
Friends, family and compatriots eulogized the late Keith Muhakanizi.
I want to mostly express our gratitude as family to the people who helped us since Keith started falling sick till when God decided to take him to be with him.
Kind, caring, protective, and practical father, you are all to us. May your soul rest in eternal peace. Dad, you will forever be in our hearts and minds, remembered and cherished.
And I will seek out each and every one of you, his friends, relatives, who have really given us this motivation, because this social network he has built is so strong that it will even be difficult to fail. if we utilize it very well.
Others who eulogized Muhakanizi included permanent secretaries, other public officials, and members of the general public.
Ebyagera Muhakanizi kuwaitu kwa mwana wanje is an understatement.
Ministers, members of parliament, and local leaders were among the mourners who attended the burial.
Keith made enormous contribution to revamping, restructuring, and correcting economic distortions of the 1970s under Idi Amin's regime to restore macroeconomic stability and sustain economic growth.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, was also in attendance. General Muhoozi Kainerugab's message was delivered through his representatives.
It's with great sadness to learn of the demise of our long-serving PS, Keith Muhakanizi. He was a patriot and a keen worker who paid attention to detail and one of the best economists of our time. He, with others, transformed our economy to its current disposition. He'll be dearly missed. Kindly accept enclosed a condolence message therapy, the burial arrangements of 5 million shillings. Our prayers are with you. Fare thee well, distinguished servant. May God rest his soul in eternal peace. Muhoozi Kainerugaba, General, Senior Presidential Advisor.
The Prime Minister of Uganda, Robina Nabanja Musafiri, was the chief mourner.
Mr. Muhakanizi was very candid in giving me advice and exhibited high level of professionalism. His legacy of prudent economic management in the face of several economic adversities during his tenure at the Ministry of Finance will forever remain a hallmark of steadfast fiscal management and exemplary work ethic for the current economic managers to emulate.
Nabanja was representing President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni at this funeral.
The current and future generation of economic managers now have a task of building on the foundation laid by Mr. Muhakanizi, Professor Mutevile, Mr. Kasami, to liberate our people out of poverty, consistent with the NRM ideology of wealth creation. The remaining task now is to enable the entire population to join the money economy, scale up the space of scientific innovations and full industrialization of the economy.
The sound of an 11-gun salute marked the end of Keith Muhakanizi during his burial. He is survived by a wife and children. Robert Nyango, UBC News, Lyantonde.
May his soul rest in peace. The First Lady and Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Museveni, has appreciated the partnership between Uganda and the Algerian government and the scholarship program that has benefited several Ugandan students for the last 30 years. The Algerian government has been offering over 100 scholarships to Ugandan nationals. The ambassador of the People's Republic of Algeria to Uganda had paid a courtesy call to the First Lady, Janet Museveni, at State House, Nakasero.
Through an annual scholarship program administered by the Ministry of Education and Sports, the Algerian government has been offering over 100 scholarships to Ugandan nationals, and this was confirmed in a meeting held at State House, Nakasero, when His Excellency Cherif Koualid, the ambassador of the People's Republic of Algeria to Uganda, paid a courtesy call on the First Lady at State House, Nakasero. The First Lady urged Ugandan students who qualify to fully exploit the opportunity of benefiting from the 100 scholarship slots granted by Algeria in the academic year, commencing in September this year. She also urged all those currently undertaking master's programs in Nigeria to return to work in Uganda on completion of their studies.
We are so grateful for these 100 scholarships for this year. And yes, we are looking forward to see that we benefit from all the 100. And there are those who are doing their master's degrees in Algeria. We hope that those also will finish and come home to work. But we are generally grateful, and we know that we are cooperating on other sectors also, agriculture, for instance. Algeria is willing to buy some of our agricultural products. And so we are really, really grateful.
Mrs. Museveni informed the ambassador that she's trying to get friendly countries with the expertise to help in the training of instructors for the technical institutions, especially in the fields such as road construction. She requested him to explore the possibility of the instructors for the technical institutes to be among those to benefit from the Algerian scholarship program. Ambassador Chelef Koualid expressed satisfaction with the cooperation between Algeria and Uganda in the field of higher education, saying that this cooperation solidifies the friendship between the two countries. He added on that Algeria is ready to increase the number of scholarships granted to Ugandan students. The ambassador updated the First Lady on the recent visit by President Museveni to Algeria, during which memorandum of undertaking in various fields, including that of higher education and scientific research, were signed.
Uganda and Algeria should extend and expand their cooperation in this field to other areas, not only scholarships, but because I think up till now we have been concentrating on scholarships program, students going to Algeria, but I think we need to enlarge and extend to other areas as staff exchanges, mobility of Ugandan graduate and postgraduate students, organizing joint scientific events, participation in courses, symposia and seminars, developing research projects of common interests, exchange of scientific and technical information, language exchange programs, master's and PhD courses, training programs for startup creation.
He added that Algeria is also ready to promote twinning agreements between universities to develop scientific research projects in all fields, especially artificial intelligence and student entrepreneurship. The meeting was also attended by the Director of Education Standards in the Ministry of Education and Sports, Francis Atim, and Peter Claver Simogere, personal assistant to the Algerian ambassador. Reporting for UBC, Baguma William.
Communities living in Kaseke district have petitioned State Minister for Kampala Affairs, also a son of the soil, Chofa Togabye Kabuye, to lobby for the repair of their roads. The busy village roads are reportedly often damaged by heavy trucks ferrying sand and other commodities from the area.
The communities also are encouraging the political leaders in the district to enact tough bylaws aimed at punishing reckless drivers.
Ebitagambibwako bissa amakubo gonna gafudde ne bw'obasanga bayumba buyobaga emmotoka z'abanene era tubadde tukubira gavumenti etuyambe ebimotoka ebyo ebigobere ddala bireme okukola ki okutta amakubo ekkubo ne balijjako engalo olwaleero enkeera ng'emmotoka biyitawo nga 10 ate bavuga bubi batomedde abantu babasse bayomba
kofe nga banabutuntumula nze nga nze omunina ennaku kubanga obukubo bwaffe obwandibadde buyisa omulimi w'ennaanansi ow'akapikipiki n'ow'akagaali bwonna bwaggwaawo ge mazima zo zijja kwonoona bwonoonyi tetuganye oba oli awo mulimu betugamba nti balina emirimu naye zoonoona nnyo.
Residents were meeting with the State Minister for Kampala Affairs, also a born of the area, Chofa Togabye Kabuye, at Chiwonko Town Council. He, however, requested them to remain calm as the NRM government is committed to rehabilitating all roads connecting to highways.
Kati ngenda kwogeragana ne contractor asokayise mu kitrakta bagita forward maintenance bagira batuterereza wabi nga bwe bakola enteekateeka zaabwe zikole ki ziggweyo kubanga bwe baba bamuwadde contract mwezi guno musuubira otaleka mugwa 7 kuba muwe emyezi 3 egy'okukuŋŋaanyizaamu ebikola n'okweteekateeka naye ngenda basaba bayise mu kitrakita.
Chauffeur Togabe said government is committed to tamaking Luwero Chiwonko, Butalangu, Ngoma, Wachato, Wobulenzi, Bamunanika, Zirobwe, Bugerere, Zirobwe, Chichusa, Nakasongola roads, among others. The minister also urged the general public that preparations are on to revamp Kampala city roads and appeal for support of the programs aimed at beautifying the city. Sandra Kahonde, Salongo Kasivante for UBC News.
The chairperson, MK Army, who also doubles as the Member of Parliament Igara East, Michael Mawanda, has asked government to improve on the standard of Masindi Market, Central Market. He was officiating the general cleaning of the market.
The chairman MK movement, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, recently launched a general cleaning exercise at least once a month of all urban areas across the country. The MK Army, led by Michael Mawanda and Balam Barugahara, spent the entire Sunday in Masindi, carrying out various activities including cleaning the municipality as part of General Muhoozi's birthday celebrations. The team started by clearing Masindi Central Market and other parts of the municipality.
I had launched the general cleaning exercise that was launched recently by General Muhoozi to ensure that our communities and our villages and our towns are all clean. We shall clean every part of Uganda. We shall clean Uganda from dust. We shall clean Uganda from corruption. We shall clean Uganda from unemployment. Our work will be to clean.
The situation in the market, in fact, one of the things that needs to be done, working space. Their working environment is not conducive. I think we have been made to understand that the government is going to build for them a central market, a modernized market like those ones we have seen in Masaka, in Mbarara, in Kabahare, in Lira. I think Masindi also needs a modern market so that the working environment of our people can be improved.
Former Air Force Commander Lieutenant General Jim Owesigire officiated the occasion and encouraged the youth to support General Muhoozi Kainerugaba's initiatives.
General Muhoozi Kainerugaba mukiri myaka mutabani wawe mwaba mutasupporting General Muhoozi Kainerugaba
The occasions attracted a number of dignitaries from all walks of life.
We are flagging them off. We are commissioning them to go and start to do serious mobilization for MK movement.
National Women League, they are going to represent us. We are going to train district after district, and we shall be endeavoring them to be skilled, and then they also educate other people. The moment we skill you, we impart the skills from 3 weeks to 6 months. The moment you're done getting the knowledge, you can also take on the knowledge to someone else.
This event culminated in a football match where teams were awarded medals, cash, trophies, plus entertainment.
Now, over 600 people have received free dental care treatment at Macquarie University Dental School and Lohana School, where Ruparelia Group has injected over 40 million. In addition to the treatment, the patients have been given free toothpaste and given, I beg your pardon, that's in addition to the treatment, the patients have been given free toothpaste for their future use.
The President, Uganda Dental Association, Dr. Biren Yajnik, has asked the public to maintain good oral hygiene to avoid tooth decay.
Nowadays, you find a lot of biscuits on the market. These are preserved foods, yeah? You get a lot of sodas, you get a lot of soft drinks, and all this kind of food goes into your teeth and it decays your teeth, yeah? Food, the environment, and the tooth structure produce an acid with the bacteria that eats away the tooth. So foods in the mouth getting stuck is the major reason for tooth decay.
He was officiating at a free dental care treatment camp at Makerere University Dental School. At least 669 people accessed the free dental care treatment at Makerere University Dental School and Dohana School in Kamocha, supported by the Ruparelia Group. The camp has also been supported by Luhana community, the Ministry of Health, and volunteers from abroad.
In the future, we are going to face worse pandemics, and if our healthcare system is not strong enough, we are going to suffer. What we need from the government now is to have a future outlook and say, how are we going to strengthen all the clinicals and hospitals present in Uganda?
Meanwhile, Mulago National Women's Specialized Hospital has also carried out a 5-day medical camp where they treated over 100 women with fistula. The assistant nursing officer in charge of urology, Ward Mirembe Esther, explains that they carry out such health camps 4 times a year to support young mothers with complications.
We work on patients who sustained birth injuries during their birth injuries, like those who had perineal tears, vesicovaginal fistula, or rectovaginal fistula, those with uterine prolapse, and the young children or young girls who has abnormalities with their ureters.
Nampera Jane, a resident at Nyenje village in Mokono district, explains why she was referred to Mulago Specialized Women Hospital.
N'atawuzeezo bwe yaziteera omusulo gwasa mukaaga mungi. Ekikikola kye yakola baali bangase batya kusimanyi kubanga nina n'ekituli ku katundu kange ak'ekyama akali eyo simanyi bakayita simanyi ninawo ekituli kati yafuukanko munenga waliwo ekituli naye okuva olwo sirina kontrol ku musulo gwange simanyi kiki ekitatuukawo bwe gujja we gunnumidde awo mba njagala kufulumira awo bwengamba nti kanjuze singe oba neyongeremu obudde bujja kukabukugala bwenalina nga weetoleza.
Nachigudde Winnie also explains how she got injured in the process of giving birth.
Omusajja gunkuba nnyo wansi ne wanjako omuliro omusajja gunkuba nenkankana wansi ne wanjako omuliro nagenze Mulago Nolio Kawempe tebagamba tetujja kusobola katukuwandiikira ebbaluwa gende Mulago.
And with that, we take a quick break. When we return, business news.
Talk with freedom. Get MTN Freedom Voice Bundles that don't expire. Dial *100 *21# or my MTN app for more bundles. Together, we're unstoppable.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
She is our family's pride, and as her father, I will protect her from child marriage and talk to her about the dangers of teenage pregnancy. We each have a role to play in empowering our teenage girls to protect them from child marriage and pregnancy, because when we empower them, we empower our nation. Protect the girl, save the nation.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sauti 116.
Glow
as you are with the new Spark 10 series smartphone from Airtel in partnership with Tecno. Own the timelines with picture-perfect selfies using the 32-megapixel selfie camera, 256 GB storage, G88 gaming processor, and a strong battery to last the whole day. Haha! Towakana.
The Spark 10 smartphone comes with free 3 GB from Airtel and 100% bonus on weekly and monthly bundles every month for 3 months, so you can stay connected to a world of possibilities. Dial *100*5# to enjoy free data. The new Spark 10 is available in all selected Tecno shops countrywide. Airtel, the smartphone network in partnership with Tecno. Stop at nothing.
The Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, under the auspices of the East African Community, will host the 10th East African Petroleum Conference and Exhibition 2023 from the 9th to the 11th of May 2023 at the Kampala Serena Hotel in Uganda. Take full advantage of the investment opportunities in the East African region's vibrant oil and gas sector. To find out more on how to sponsor, exhibit, or attend the 10th EAPCE 23, visit www.eapce23.eac.int.
Are you tired of high fees and slow transfer time when sending money? Look no further. Airtel Money is here to revolutionize the way you move your money. We have revised our rates, and now sending money from Airtel to other networks in Uganda, East Africa, and to the rest of the world has never been more affordable. Plus, you can trust Airtel Money to get your money where it needs to go quickly and safely. Simply dial *185# and start sending money. Switch to Airtel Money today and experience unbeatable rates and top-notch services for all your local and international money transfer needs. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
It's the encounters with our majestic gorillas. The thrill of taking on the falls of the Nile River. The joy of discovering new traditions and a lot more. Join us at the 2023 Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo from the 26th to the 29th of April at the Commonwealth Resort, Munyonyo. Rediscover our country's uniqueness and see what the tourism sector has in store for you. Visit www.poate.co.ug to secure your spot and get set to learn, network, and explore. The Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo is brought to you by the Uganda Tourism Board in partnership with Competitiveness and Enterprise Development Projects. Explore Uganda, the Pearl of Africa.
This is a quick call. I'm almost out of minutes. Now, the center.
Why rush through such important conversations? Airtel Uganda has made it possible for you to call across all networks in Uganda at the best rates with the new Bona voice bundles. Stay connected anytime, anywhere, with minutes valid for calls on all networks. Dial *100*1#. Select voice bundles and select Bona voice bundles today. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome back. You are still watching News Tonight. Now, in a bid to boost the country's economy, government has partnered with the private sector foundation Uganda to roll out the Trade Frontier Fund. This innovative program aims at supporting the growth of exports in Uganda with 22.5 trillion shillings investment in a span of 5 years provided by government and the Serbian government, among other development partners. President Yoweri Museveni assented to the Trade Frontier Fund this week while hosting the Serbian delegation led by Internal and Foreign Trade Minister.
The Trade Frontier Fund was specially designed by the Presidential Advisory Committee on Exports and Industrial Development in collaboration with the Science, Technology and Innovation Secretariat and the Private Sector Foundation Uganda. President Yoweri Museveni launched the fund recently, and it is geared at supporting the tourism industry and agriculture subsectors of coffee, dairy, fruits, vegetables, flowers, sugar, poultry, beef and fish, among others.
I would like to use this opportunity to launch the Trade Frontier Fund, which will help exporters to underwrite their invoices and provide them with working capital. We will continue to increase this fund I thank the Committee on Exports for finding ways to leverage and match the funds we are giving them to ensure the fund expands and helps many more exporters. I also thank them for connecting with our scientists so that we can commercialize their findings with the private sector. I thank the Private Sector Foundation, the UNDP and others who have joined the effort to increase our exports, drive manufacturing and industry, and support the private companies.
Through the Trade Frontier Fund, private sector players will have access to returnable resources to support various aspects of the export process. These include invoice factoring, working capital, recapitalization, research and development, and value addition. The fund's main objective is to enhance the competitiveness of Uganda's export industries, increase their capacities to meet international standards and demand, and ultimately increase foreign exchange earnings.
So we are also punching above our weight to say Uganda can form an Exim bank, export-import bank for her exporters. But if you say that now, everybody will say you need $40 million to do that. No, so we'll start with 1 million. Slowly we will get there if we have the right partnerships, if we have the right strategy, and if we have the right coordination. That's what we're trying to achieve.
Uganda has been experiencing persistent balance of payment deficits, which occur when a country's imports exceed its exports. This leads to a decrease in foreign exchange reserves, potential economic instability, and ultimately a weaker economy.
Excellency, we are extremely happy as private sector. We've been facing issues regarding access to patient capital, and even when we access it, the terms of the instruments available are very stringent. Many times exporters are unable to meet their contractual obligations, and we are extremely happy that you've been able to contribute to this fund, and a round of applause for His Excellency.
This investment is expected to stimulate job creation, reduce poverty, and ultimately improve the lives of Ugandans. Wadulo Makanold, UBC News.
Hey, Master Blaster, touch him, man. Bang can with muscle. Those ones who say go for you only. Mundava, best movies I teach you. But never come with the muscari because of the cover that is very far. Is you serious? Is serious you? What? Yeah, you step it on it. Add kilometers to your legs, and you get your sugar. We buy meat from Umaru, and Umaru refuses to give you enough meat. Mama, show him that they don't joke with you. Umaru,
okukakaluka n'okulungi kwetaagako omuntu akuyambako, n'olwekyo tujja kukuteerawo embeera esaanidde osobole okukola ekisinga. Awamu teri kitulema.
And on Sports Uganda, Sports Medic's human resource stock has been increased and improved after a 5-day sports physiotherapy training workshop at Mastil Hotel in Kampala. It was a women-only workshop enabled by National Council of Sports.
After 5 days of thorough training from German Lutz Meissner, 40 Ugandan women have been passed out with updated sports physiotherapy knowledge.
What we have been not only dreaming but planning for a long time has come to pass. We're looking forward for a time when we embark on sports development agenda that's arisen within our mandate as council. And we see this as the first cohort in that direction.
This lot of women are going to help address ethical issues that arose when women athletes were attended to by men.
I want you to distinguish yourself through practically making you relevant known to the athletes. Because that's what will make you a star like him, but also set a legacy for us. We are also cognizant, as I'm a federal government, to limit risk that come with exposing our athletes to male physios, whom you know are professionals, but also there are many other forces. So we know that now our ladies will be in safe hands, among others.
Recently, when we were at National High Altitude Training Center in Tenerife at Kapchorwa, we got a report that many ladies are being sexually harassed by the physios. But also we found the lady athletes also are harassing sexually the physios. Because they also continue to touch here, up, and the man feels like, how far up should I go? But because he's professional, he continues trying to think he's healing the pain in the muscle when actually he's being sexually harassed. And so, our question was, how can we get a solution for this? We had a minister and he said, I think we need to improve in having more physios trained, especially the ladies.
This all-round hands-on athlete test therapy training is a brainchild of National Council of Sports that is intent on sports human capital development.
This is a drop in the ocean as far as the much needed capacity building for physiotherapists, sports doctors and all that is concerned. But at least it's a starting point. What we look ahead to do as a National Council of Sports, first of all, is that when we redevelop the Lugogo Sports Complex, we want to have a nice state-of-the-art physiotherapy center where we can have these people that have got hands-on training that are already also trained by the different universities to be able to be stationed there, given the proper equipment and a good workspace where all sports related injuries that have been treated by doctors could now help the athletes to be able to rehabilitate them, to make sure that they recover fully.
The participants that included active physiotherapists and students pride in the knowledge from arguably the best medical trainer in the world.
From this workshop, I've learned how to train athletes progressively, like through workout, like warm-ups, and then mobility, then ending with stability. Yeah, and I've also gained some equipments like TheraBands, which can help me maybe with the patients I have. So I'm just somewhat at everything.
During the 5 days, participants were tutored on, among others, therapy and training, first aid, passive and active treatment, and acute intervention. John Barnes, Sentamo, BBC News.
Well, that does it for news tonight. I am Rhoda Ngonzi. Have yourselves a lovely night.
UBC